Mini episode 1168 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You'll want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge mini episode 1168, the weekly FDH football preview show. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our college and non-college and fantasy and non-fantasy preview for Week 11 of the 2019 NFL season. We've got our college football playoff rankings, college and pro picks, and fantasy football recommendations. We start with our weekly rankings for the college football playoff. 1 LSU, 2 Ohio State, 3 Clemson, 4 Minnesota. Our next 4 in are 5 Baylor, 6 Alabama, 7 Georgia, 8 Oregon. Our college football picks were 5-2 last week, putting us at 33, 26-1 on the season. Here's our picks this week. Ohio State minus 52.5 over Rutgers. Penn State minus 14.5 over Indiana. Michigan minus 13.5 over Michigan State. Notre Dame minus 7 over Navy. Georgia minus 3 over Auburn. Minnesota plus 3 over Iowa. And Oklahoma minus 10.5 over Baylor. Our NFL picks were 6-7 last week overall. 1-2 on the Big Three and 0-1 on the lock. We're 66-82 overall, 8-22 on the Big Three and 1-9 on the locks. Here's our picks this week. Dallas minus 3.5 over Detroit. Carolina minus 4 over Atlanta. Minnesota minus 10 over Denver. New York Jets plus 2.5 over Washington. Buffalo minus 6.5 over Miami. Baltimore minus 4 over Houston. Arizona plus 10 over San Francisco. Philadelphia plus 3.5 over New England. Oakland minus 12 over Cincinnati. Chicago plus 6 over the LA Rams, and Kansas City minus 3.5 over the LA Chargers. For our Big Three, it's Cleveland minus 3 over Pittsburgh in a Why Ask Why special. Indianapolis minus 2.5 over Jacksonville. And then the 1,000-star gold-plated lock of the millennium for NFL Week 11, New Orleans minus 5.5 over Tampa Bay. Now for our fantasy football segment. Remember, we strongly discourage fantasy over managing. You don't pull your top guys unless they're hurt or on a bye, period. Don't let the matchups are everything geeks tell you anything different. Here's our list of guys that you go with as long as you're confident they'll be playing. QB, Patrick Mahomes. Running back, Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, Leonard Fournette, Josh Jacobs, David Johnson, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Odell Beckham, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Cooper Kupp, and Michael Thomas. Tight end, Zach Ertz, Travis Kelce, George Kittle. As always, our Thursday NFL picks and fantasy plays are up on our Twitter account at the FDH Lounge. Tennessee, Seattle, Green Bay, and the New York Giants are on the bye. Now here's our non-gimme picks for the week. We like 15 QBs. Josh Allen, Kyle Allen, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo, Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Phillip Rivers, Deshaun Watson, Carson Wentz, and Jameis Winston. We like 13 running backs. Tevin Coleman, James Conner, Kenyon Drake, Austin Eckler, Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley, Kareem Hunt, Brian Hill, Mark Ingram, Marlon Mack, Joe Mixon, Devin Singletary, and Damian Williams. We like 17 wide receivers. Tyler Boyd, John Brown, Stephon Diggs, Julian Edelman, Chris Godwin, Kenny Golladay, Christian Kirk, Jarvis Landry, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley, Curtis Samuel, Devo Samuel, Juju Smith-Schuster, Cortland Sutton, D.D. Westbrook, Tyrell Williams, and Robert Woods. And we like 5 tight ends. Mark Andrews, Jared Cook, Hunter Henry, Greg Olson, Darren Waller. Thank you for joining us for this week's FDH Football Preview Show.
As we bring the show to a close, we would like to extend our deepest gratitude to NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, all Clear Channel affiliates, TNT, TBS, USA, UPN, Deadspin.com, YouTube.com, YTMND.com, MySpace.com, various blogs, Fox News, CNN, CNBC, MSNBC, IamBoard.com, Billboard.com, Google.com, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPN Classic, NBA TV, NFL Network, Sports Time Ohio, Athlon Magazine, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, The Boomerang Channel, QVC, BET, The Spice Channel, Steno Notebooks, Manwich, Papermate Office Supplies, waitresses, strippers, bartenders, garbage men, janitors, microwave popcorn, the writers of The Office, Scrubs, Entourage, My Name is Earl, Oz, Metalocalypse and the Boondocks, Aquafina, and the Periodic Table of Elements.